What's happening, YouTube? Today I'm gonna clean up this rusty match dispenser with electrolysis. I don't know if anyone knows what that is, but I'm gonna show you how to do it. Step one, you're gonna need a bucket. I have a giant bucket that I've had since I was a kid, but you could also use like a Home Depot bucket. You're also gonna need a piece of metal. This is called your sacrificial piece of metal. It's just scrap metal. Mine is a rotor. You don't have to do all this fancy stuff that I did, or you can do it even fancier if you want, but I have like wires running up from that rotor, and then I have like a, what is that? It's a fan. It's part of a fan, like the cover, so you don't like stick your fingers in between the blades. I cut it to size so my pieces of metal aren't touching, because this gets pretty wild. This is where the magic happens, is with a car battery charger. You can actually use anything that gives off a DC current. I've used a Xbox 360 power port, I believe it's called. But you just strip some of the wires out. That is a inverter or a converter, whatever way you say it. But it turns AC to DC. And you could take the negative wire. You know what, I'm just gonna show you how to wire it. Also, for this to work, your car battery charger or whatever you're using for a DC power source it cannot have a safety on it. If it has a safety on it, it'll shut itself off, because you're basically kind of making a full current, I believe. So usually it would short out, but for this electrolysis, it does not. There's science behind it. I've looked at it. Do I remember? No. I smoke a lot of weed. Brain dead, brain rot, you know what it is. Also, your piece that you want to get the rust off of, you're going to connect the black cable, which is your negative for DC, onto that, and your positive, which is your red fancy little thing here, onto your sacrificial piece of metal, where it's under there, my fan thing, and I'm going to connect it to that wire, and I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, also, putting laundry booster, Arm & Hammer stuff, really helps the electrolytes or some bullshit in the water, and it makes it a lot more yeah. Okay, so I got my piece that I want to save in the water, connected to the negative. I have it directly in the water with the negative because I don't care if it basically strips off the current coat that is on the piece of metal. I believe electroplating is done pretty much similarly, and I'm also going to connect this positive to that little wire, which is connected to my sacrificial piece. I want to keep that above water because all the rust is going to be pulled towards that, and that's I like that piece of I like my little alligator clip. Fuck yeah, let's turn it on. Okay, she's turned on, just on a low trickle charge, just for a second. The second I plug it in, this baby's running. Anyways, this motherfucker can go all the way up to 55 amps for a jump start. And I'm gonna turn it up to that and see what happens. I see little bubbles. I don't know if you can, but let's give it a minute and see if she starts bubbling up real nice. Oh yeah, boy, she's sizzling up real nice. I like that. So in about, hopefully an hour, basically all the rust will come off at 55 amps. But you can let it sit for over 24 hours, even longer if you want, sometimes on a small trickle charge. But remember, electricity is money, and money is a waste. Hell yeah.